Hi everyone, so I'm going to show you how to make what's in your Halloween craft pack. I'm just going to take you through the different items that are in there, and we're hoping that you might be able to decorate your windows and your houses and your front rooms with these decorations this Halloween, because we know that trick-or-treating is going to be difficult, so you'll be celebrating Halloween at home. So hopefully these decorations will help you to decorate your homes and make them look super spooky. So I'm just going to move the screen down so you can see the desk in front of me, and just push the computer back a little bit. So I'm going to start with the wreath. So you've got a lovely Halloween wreath here that you can hang on your front door or put up in your window, and it's really easy to make. So you have in your pack all of these things. You've got some pumpkin and ghost shapes paper clipped together. You've got a happy Halloween sign, and you've got a circle. Now, the way this works is super simple. You have 4 ghosts and 4 pumpkins. And so the idea is, if you decorate each of your ghosts and each of your pumpkins in different colours and with different faces, you can then use them to decorate your wreath. So I'll just bring this one back a little bit again, and you can see that we've coloured in the pumpkins in different colours. They don't always have to be orange, you can use whatever colours you want. And then we've given our ghosts some spooky faces and some smiley faces actually. And so decorate your ghosts and your pumpkins as you want. And the idea is, when you have decorated them all, you just lay them around your wreath. So you should have enough to do a pumpkin, and then a ghost, and then another pumpkin, and another ghost, and keep going like that all the way around your wreath until you're happy with how it looks. I'll pick that one up. And so the idea is when they're all coloured in, and I'm not going to do all the colouring now because the example shows you what they look like. When they're all coloured in, you can lay them around your circle, and when you're happy with their position, you can glue them down. You have some glue in your pack. Now, just be careful here. You can see my ghost's head is covered up by the pumpkin. So just make sure you've got the things at the front that you want. So perhaps you don't want your ghost's head hidden by a pumpkin. So once you've coloured those in and you've stuck them onto the wreath ring and you've decorated them, and there are some eyes in your pack as well that you can stick on some sequins, you then simply just put a little bit of glue on each of the ends of your Happy Halloween sign, and you lay it across the middle of your wreath. And there we go, you have your Halloween wreath. So it's been really simple. So you've got a wreath ring, you've got your pumpkins and your ghosts, which you can colour in, and then just putting an alternate pattern around your circle. And then we stuck our Happy Halloween sign across the middle. And then we've decorated it with sequins and googly eyes and whatever else you might have lying around at home. And then you can stick that wreath on your door or on your window. So that was really simple. So let's put those to one side. The ghosts are quite good because they're already cut in white, so you don't have to do much colouring. You can just give them some spooky faces or some funny faces or whatever kind of faces you want to do. So let me just put that to one side. Okay, so then I'm going to show you how to make your ghosts. Now, I have to move the screen up a little bit to show you these. So these ghosts are meant to hang up, and they've got long tails on them so that when they're hanging down, they look like ghosts. So in your pack, you've got quite a few paper plates, and you've got 3 small ones and 1 big one. So for the ghosts, we're going to use 1 big one and 1 small one. And the process is exactly the same for the big one and the small one. So we're going to do the small one today. So I'm going to put the big one to side, but as I said, you do exactly the same thing with the big plate as well. So first thing you want to do is give your ghost a spooky face. So I'm just going to give him some eyes. I think this pen might smudge a bit. So I'm just going to give him some spooky eyes, like so. And then a spooky long mouth, like that. So super quick. And then I'm going to put it to one side. Also in your pack you have 2 pieces of paper, or you might have 1 large piece of paper, it just depends, but you certainly will have some card. And you only need 1 piece of those card at the moment, so put the other one to side. What you're going to need to do is fold it in half. Just like that. And fold it down. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw around your own hand. So take a pencil. And what you need to do is place your hand at the top of the card. So it's as close to the edge as you can see that I can without going off. And you keep your fingers open, not really, really spread, but enough to fit on that card. And your hands will be smaller than mine. So all you're going to do is you're going to draw around your hand. Just like this. And it doesn't have to be super neat. Just draw around your hand. And then when you take it off, just bring it right down to the end of the card, just by drawing a line in like that. Now, because we folded the card, we're going to cut 2 together because that saves us a job and makes things a bit quicker. So all you need to do is cut around the outline of the hand. Now, you don't need to worry about being super neat about this because this is the ghost's hands. They don't have to look super neat, they're ghosts. So just cut those out. If you need some help with this, you might be able to ask somebody in your house. But cut the hand out. And like I said, don't worry about being too neat. It doesn't matter. You can do it as roughly as you like. As I said, it's the ghost's hand, so no big deal. So there we go. And I'm cutting all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so I'll just put that to one side. So what we've got are 2 ghost hands. Now, we're going to use them opposite. So I just have to figure that out. It took me a minute there. So you're going to put your hands so the thumbs are facing down. It doesn't really matter if they don't face down, but if you take your plate that you just draw your face on and turn it over, you're going to glue these hands to the back of your plate. Now you can just see that I'm going to tape them to the back of the plate. Now both of the thumbs are facing down, but it doesn't really matter. If you wanted to have them the other way, it makes no difference at all. So all you're going to do is glue the hands onto the back of your plate. Now you want your hands to hang over the plate quite a bit. So if you take them just to you'll see that your plate's got like an outer ring before it gets into the curved bit. So you're going to glue it, just sellotape it just on that edge. So in your pack, you'll have a roll of sellotape. So if you can find the end, just take some tape off. I'm going to put the tape on the end of the table because I always have problems finding the end. And then you're just going to tape that hand down there. And it's probably worth putting 2 bits of tape on each one because they do flop around a bit and you don't want them to fall off. So I put 2 bits of tape on that side. And I'm going to do the same on the other side too. Just put a bit of tape on the edge, just like that. Just make sure it doesn't go over the edge of the plate. So that was a bit long, cut that bit off. And then another bit as well. So that when you turn your plate over, you can see, I'll just move it up a bit, but you've got your hands hanging over. Now, if you just give them a little bend, they will kind of fall forward, and it looks like the ghost is coming to grab you with his spooky hands. So those are the hand bits. So next it comes to the ghost tail. So in your pack, you have got a really long length of crepe paper streamer. Now, I'm going to pull this off the table, and what I'm going to do, just quickly, is fold it in half. So I'm going to unravel it and then fold it in half. So you can see that what I've done is I've unraveled the crepe paper streamer and I have folded it in half. And then I'm going to cut where it's joined just there. I'm going to cut that. Like that. And I'm going to put it to one piece to one side for a minute. And then this piece, I'm going to fold in half again. So we'll just quickly do it because it's quite tall. And then I'll show you on the screen. So all I've done is I've folded that piece of crepe paper in half. You can see that it's a long piece. And I'm going to cut it at the top where it's folded again. And then I'm going to do that with the other piece. So remember, I've got another long piece and I'm going to fold that in half too. So make sure the ends meet. Fold it in half and cut it. And I'm going to put two of those pieces aside for the big ghost. And I'm going to use two of these pieces for the small ghost. So you're going to do the same thing exactly again. You're going to fold it in half and cut it. And the same with this other piece. I'm going to fold it in half and cut it. So what that means is I'm left with 4 pieces of paper streamer. And then I've still got some left for the other plates. We've got 2 plates to split this between, haven't we, with 2 ghosts. So you can see that I've got 4 pieces of crepe paper all the same size. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to cut them up the middle. Now again, don't worry about it being neat. And actually this is quite tricky to cut neat. My scissors go all over the place. So I'm just cutting it up the middle. And I'm leaving a bit at the top because that's what we're going to stick onto our plate. So you can see that what I've done is I've just cut it in half and left a gap at the top, a bit at the top. So I'm going to do that for all 4 of these. So I'm going to cut it. It's very tricky to cut neat, this is. So it's a good job that we need it scraggly. So we cut it, so that's 2. And do this one again, straight up the middle. Oh, my straight line is very wonky. And there we go. And then I'm going to do the last one, straight up the middle, like so. Ooh. Okay, very tough to cut. So then all we're going to do is we're going to lay them onto the back of our ghost at the bottom because we want them to hang down. So I'm just laying them how I want along the bottom of my plate. I might just move them along a bit so they're all in a kind of, make it a good set of tails. And then I'm just going to use the tape. I'm going to take them all at one time, and I'm going to try to take them all at one time from where they are. So let's see if this works. Don't think it will it? I'm going to have to do 2 little bits at a time. So let's put some tape there and some tape there. So I use 2 bits. I'm probably going to put a little bit more on just to make sure that they don't fall off. There we go. So you can see that I've stuck my tails on. Now, if you wanted to make more ghost tails, you can still cut those in half again. It's entirely up to you. So you can do whatever you like with your ghost tails, but it means that when you hold your ghost up, and I'll move the camera screen up for this, you can see that there's your ghost with all his ghost tails and his hands. And if you hang him up, or you can put him in your window, you've got lots of spooky ghosts to hang around for a Halloween decoration. So if you would like more streamers on your ghost, we figured that you can use toilet roll because it's the same kind of thing. You'll just have to cut it into strips. So if you want to make more of these, or you want more tails on your ghost, then feel free to use some toilet roll. We think that will do the same job. So there's your ghost. So you've got 2 plates. You've got a big plate and a small plate, so you can make a big ghost and a little ghost. You've got enough crepe paper left over to do your other big ghost as well, and you have another piece of white card to cut your next pair of hands. So you have enough in your kit to do 2 ghosts, one big, one small, and with some spooky hands. So those are your ghosts. Let me move all that to one side. All these streamers everywhere. Let me just move them over to the way. Okay, so what we've got next are our, you just have a big stretch because it's right at the other side of the table. In your pack, you have got 2 different sized pumpkins. You've got a big pumpkin and a small pumpkin in different colours. And the idea is that you can use your felt tips and your glitter and your eyes to decorate 2 pumpkins. So you just put different shapes on them, different faces, add some sparkle and add some glitter and add some wiggly eyes if you want to. And you've got 2 pumpkins to decorate and put up at home. So we'll just put them to one side as well. Okay, so we've got our eyes next. There are 2 of these. So there they are. We've got 2 of these really spooky eyeball sets. Now these are really simple to do. They are just using your felt tips in your pack, your black and your red. So the first thing to do is, and I won't do it all because you can see from the example that you can colour in yourself. So you'll see that your plate has got a natural circle there. And that's a good idea. We've coloured green up into the circle there. So all you need to do in the middle of that circle is draw another circle for your eye. Now, if you want to be really spot on and draw a perfect circle, you could find something to draw around, but I'm not overly worried about being perfect. I think it probably needs to be a little bit bigger because this is the centre of your eye. So colour that in as you like. As your eye. I'm just going round and round to make the circle a bit bigger. So when you've done your green bit in the middle, your black bit in the middle, you then get your green pen, or whatever pen you want, it doesn't have to be green, and you're going to colour up to this circle in that colour. So you're going to do that all the way around. So you've got that nice line of a circle to give you as your marker. So you colour that in. Now I'm not going to do all of that because you can see what I mean. And then using your red, you can give the eyes the bits that make it look super tired. So all of those red veins when it looks like you haven't slept for days and weeks. Those really tired eyes. So you just put loads of lines all over. And they're just completely random lines. You don't have to worry about being neat. You don't have to worry about how many, what shape, whatever. You can be as creative as you want to these and put as much of the red as you want on. So you can see that we've gone all the way around the eye, all the way around the plate with that, and we've put a bit of black in to give it a bit of extra definition, and there's some lines in here. Now that little white dot, we've just cut a little circle out of the leftover white paper. So if you see when I cut my hand out of the white paper, I've got some white paper left, so you can cut a little circle of white out of that piece of paper, and you've got some glue, and you can glue it in if you want to add some fine detail to your eye. So you've got 2 small paper plates to make your eyes with. And again, like we said, your centre doesn't have to be green. You can use whatever colour you want and be as creative as you want with those. You could do them different colours. So you've got 2 small paper plates to decorate your scary eyeballs. So let's put that to one side. We have bats, Halloween bats. Smooth that up so you can see just a little bit better. So you've got 2 of these bats in different colours. So what you've got in your pack is a set of bats, and you've got 2 enough to make 2 bats, and you've got different colours. So a good idea is to mix and match. So we'll put the purple wings with that bat, and we'll put the blue wings with that bat, and then you can make 2 funky coloured bats. So let me show you how to make your bats. Put that to one side. So the first thing to do is to put some sellotape down the length of one of these ends of your back. Now you want the sellotape to be half over the card and half off the card. So you're just going to stick it down just like that, and you need a little bit left at that end and a little bit left at this end. So I'm just going to cut that off. I've lost the end of my tape now, so let me find that, because I'll need that again afterwards. So it goes over the edge of the cardboard, and then I've got half over so you can see. So all you're going to do is you're going to bend this cardboard round into a circle, into like a tube, and match it all up, and then press your tape down, fold over the edges, and then you've got your cardboard back tube. So all I did was I lined up the two edges, put the tape onto the other edge, and then folded it over so it's nice and secure. Now, to get this bat shape kind of ear thing on your bat is really simple. You press your bat down in half. You're going to take some scissors, and all you're going to do is you're going to cut a semicircle shape, or curve, from one end of your bat to the other. And then you'll see that you've got two pointy ears for your bat, and that's what gives you your bat ears. So all I did was just cut a little semicircle across there. While it's in that position, you can put your bat wings on. So just make sure that you're happy with the position. You need to make sure they're kind of half and half. Is put some tape over your bat wings. Like so. And then fold it over the edge like that. So there's your bat with his bat wings. And then you can decorate your bat. So you'll find in your pack, you've got an envelope that's got lots of things in. So just be really careful when you open this envelope, because it's got lots of sequiny things in. But what you can do is you can open it right up like so. There we go, and then you can see all the sequins in there somewhere. You've got two sets of sticky eyes. So you've got two sets, and they're the same eyes, just on different bits of paper. So choose the eyes that you'd like for your bat, and I think I'm going to give him these eyes. And you just stick them on your bat where you like. And these are the same eyes that you can use to decorate pumpkins and to decorate other things that you've made as well. And then you can see on this bat we've put some fang teeth. Now again, you've got some card left over from when you did your hands, so you can just take a bit of this card. So let me just cut a bit off. You only need a bit to make the fangs. And again, if you fold it in half, it just means that when I cut the shape, we get two at the same time, so we know that they're going to be exactly the same. So all I did was cut a big long triangle, right, like so. And move that to one side, and then you can get some glue. Ooh, lost that fang, so let me find my glue. And if you put some glue on this fang, just run your glue over the fang, you can put it on your bat. Get really sticky fingers, like so. Now your bat's got some fangs. Then when you've done that, like I showed you, you've got all of these sparkly things, lots of stars and lots of other shapes in your sequin bat that you can use to decorate your bat. So you've got two bats, so you can make two of those to hang up somewhere for Halloween, and those are your bats. And the final thing that you've got in your pack is a happy Halloween colouring sheet. So there's plenty there to keep you busy. So I'm just going to run through what we've got in your pack again. So let me start with the wreath. So you had your wreath with your ghosts and your pumpkins. So the idea is you colour in all your ghosts and all your pumpkins. You stick them onto the circle shape. making sure that you've got the faces seen as you want them to be. And then once you've done all that and you've stuck it down, you've coloured it in, you put your Happy Halloween sign across the middle, and then you can decorate that with all sorts of sparkly bits. And you've got some spare eyes there for your pumpkins and things like that. So that's your wreath. You've then got your ghosts. So you've got, oh, he's all tangled up with his ghost tails. So you have got one small paper plate and one large paper plate, so you can make a big ghost and a little ghost. So remember that we used the piece of card to draw around our hands and cut it out, and we'd folded it in half before we did that, so we got 2 hands at the same time. We stuck them on the back of our ghost, and then we used our paper streamer and we folded it in half and cut it, and then in half again and cut it, and then in half again and cut it. So we had 4 strips per ghost to use for their ghost tails. So we just stuck them on the back and then we just cut them, so we had some lovely tails hanging down. So remember, we said that if you wanted more tails for your ghost, that you could probably use some toilet paper or some kitchen paper or something similar. So you've got enough to make 2 hanging ghosts in your pack. You then had 2 different pumpkin shapes. So you had a big pumpkin and a small pumpkin, so you can decorate and make 2 different pumpkins with all sorts of sparkly things and some funny faces. You then had your set of eyeballs. So you've got 2 paper plates, 2 small paper plates to make your eyeballs. And so we just followed the ring, the circle in there to colour that in, and a black centre. And then we added all the veins and the bloodshot looking veins to your eyes. So you've got 2 of those. And then we made our bats at the end. So you've got enough to make 2 bats. And we stuck them together using tape. And then we cut just a semicircle from end to end to give the bat some ears. And then we stuck on some fangs and some eyes and some sparkly bits. So those are all of your Halloween items in your craft pack. We really hope you enjoyed making those, and we'd love to see your pictures of your decorations and how you've decorated your homes to celebrate Halloween. So you can post those on our Facebook page. But thank you, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks then, bye.